Damn, coming in hot. I kind of have a sniffles. I don't know why I'm so congested. But anyway, what's up, Silver Days? What's up, ATM? Can you please do ICP long-term, short-term? Yes. What's up, Grimaldi? Let's go Dogelon Mars. What's up, Kat? How are you? How are you doing? We started out with a coin request. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of ICP, but I mean, can ICP at least have a 618 retracement? That's a good question. So back up to the 618 at $73. It's around a 15x. So that's going to put the market cap around $35 billion. And ICP's actually ICP came out as a $53 billion market cap coin. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to go back up to $428, but maybe it does have a 618 retracement and you do get a 15x from the current price. Anything over that, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's, possible necessarily. But regardless, on the short term, it is bearish under 578.7 and also under $9.60. And that's pretty much it for ICP. I think we are still holding last area of support, which is the 786 at around, yeah, $4.35. So it needs to stay over that. Otherwise, we are going to come back down to the lows. And that's pretty much it for ICP. Not financial advice, just my opinion. What's up, Free Lightning? What's up, Dave Lark? Welcome to the Shadow Realm. Hold on, give me a second. All right. What's up, Crexy? How are you doing? I saw Zebic, and it's getting stuck at its 618. I know some people are like, oh, you sound congested. You shouldn't be live streaming. Nope. I said I was gonna live stream every single day this month, so I don't even care how sick, if I get sick. I don't think I'm sick, but I'm just super congested. So we'll see. But yeah, Zebic's getting stuck at the 618. Sorry, it's not getting stuck at the 618. Wow. Yeah, so we're over 18. So as long as 20 is 18, as long as we are over 20 is 18, then 20 is 24 is still in play, and then previous high is in play. I think that also does coincide with support. Oh, no, it doesn't. But we do have support at 2016. And then I'd say worst case scenario, if we do come back down to 2014, the top is in and we're probably going to get a bigger move down. Haha, I didn't know I was still a member. Are you? Oh yeah, you are still a member. Yeah, your name is green, and I think do you have a watch list coin? So as a member, you get a watch list coin, and I do weekly updates on it. Flipcoin's in the house. Let's go. What's up, Flipcoins? How are you doing tonight? My Tau is holding up. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. Tau USD. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, I guess I have to do USDT and CoinX. Yeah, so for Tau, it is holding up pretty well. We are still getting stuck at 374. I'd say once we break that, 453 is in play, followed by 595. But if we do come down, 308 does need a hold. No way. There we go. Hey Meow, can you check out Heroes of Mavia? Good waiting on Billy and used car to catch up to Turbo. Yes, let's check Billy and used car for you. Let's see. I was looking at Billy because my deposit finally cleared. But of course, my deposit cleared today at 4 o'clock, so an hour and 7 minutes ago. And Billy had a huge candle up right now. Yeah, it went up another 56% and it's still holding 28%. So for Billy, as long as we stay over this previous low, the targets are still valid. Again, you already know the targets. 2 zeros 59, 1 cent 19, and 3 cents 60. And then just keep in mind again, it is like around a 70x back up to its all-time high. And then used car didn't have a move up because I'm obviously looking at that too. So it's back down to 13. So it is still bearish, but as long as, I guess I'd say as long as we stay over the 236382 with any sort of retracement, you can get a continuation up. But we did break the 382. So right now the target is 11. So I personally, accumulate or buy or start a position when it's closer to 3 zeros 95 to 2 zeros 11. If it comes back that low, that would be an area of interest for sure. Not just for me, but for a lot of people. And if we get a bounce, we're maintaining this uptrend. The upside targets are still valid at 2 zeros 28 and 2 zeros 66, and then 2 cents 33 would be in play. Can we look at Doge and Shiba? Yeah, I gotta look at. Yeah, let's look at Heroes of Mavia. Let's see. Yeah, so for Heroes of Mavia, it is still bearish. We are under the 236. We did attempt to break out. So we came up, tagged the 382 at 57 cents, came down, tagged the 236 resistance at 28 cents, came back down. So bearish under 28 cents, bullish over 57 cents. As of right now, it does need to stay over. Yeah, as of right now, it needs to stay over really 20 cents, but 14 cents would be the last play. And then if it doesn't, then we're probably going to go back down and make a lower low. That's pretty much it for Heroes of Mavia. And then you said Doge and Shiba. Yeah, so for Doge, it's also not doing anything. We are still over the macro 382 at 13 cents 60, so it is just consolidating over this area, which is a good sign. As of right now, 26 cents is in play, and then 41 cents followed by 73 cents. In terms of the shorter time frame, 17 cents to 21 cents is resistance, and then 29 cents would be the next area of resistance, which does put you over 26 cents macro 618. So that would probably confirm a breakout. Hey Carlos, how's it going? Can you look? Oh, Shiba. Oops. Yeah, so for Shiba Inu, We're still holding macro. Yeah, we're still holding 12. If that doesn't hold, I'd say we're probably going to get a bigger move back down to 5089. But yeah, on the macro time frame, we need to stay over 4 zeros 11. Otherwise, 5 zeros 89 would be the next area of support. And then on the upside, as long as it stays over 4 zeros 11, 4 zeros 16 would be in play. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we actually... Hey, Lord Narwhal, you're not Lord Narwhal. No way. Okay, there we go. So, Zebik, we already did. We said that it's getting stuck at the 618, but we are over the 618. So, as long as it's over the 618, 2 zeros 24 is in play, and then previous high is still in play. On the way down, if we do break below the 618 at 2 zeros 18, it does need to stay over 2 zeros 14 to 16. Otherwise, we are going to get a bigger move down. Chill guy recovering as well. Can you look at Moonwell? What's going on with Moonwell? Yeah, Moonwell's doing pretty good. Yeah, so we're attempting to break over the 382 right now. So on the shorter time frame, as long as it stays over 2 cents 40, 3 cents 20 would be in play, followed by 5 cents 20, and then from there to the moon. But again, we can still come up to either of these levels and get smacked back down, make a lower low. But the structure on Moonwell is doing pretty good. You're making higher highs and higher lows across the board. So this is a pretty good sign. And as far as support, I'd say, I guess this previous short-term support held at 1 cent 70, but 2 cents 50, it's over now again. So I'd say 2 cents 50 and the 1 cent 70 as far as support goes. Silver days for memberships. Let's go. Thank you so much for the memberships. So as a member, you get a coin that's on my watch list, and I look at it every single week. So let me know what coin you want me to look at, and then I post weekly update videos. And then also, as a member, you get priority chat. So whatever coin requests you have, I definitely look at, those ones, prioritize those ones, super chats, membership coins first, and then, we'll get to everyone else. Let's take a look at Turbo. Yeah, Turbo's doing pretty good right now. It's still hanging around the 618. So Turbo needs to break this level. If it doesn't, we're going to come back down. So if Turbo doesn't get over 58, it is going to come back down, okay? Once that breaks, 88 would be in play, followed by previous high. And then as far as areas that Turbo needs to hold, it would be around 2 zeros 42 to 2 zeros 33. So this box. So just keep in mind it can still come back down to either of these levels, and it'll still be bullish. But at any point, if we do break below this, we are going to get a bigger move down for Turbo. Zebic. So actually, it's funny. I have Zebic on the watch list already. So I also have XRP on the watch list. So both of your coins are already on the watch list. So you're already you're already on the watch list. So hey, how do you keep like how do you keep making so many different accounts and coming in here? Like, do you have all these different accounts, or is there an easy way that you could just change your name? Because if I hide user, I guess maybe yeah. Because if I hide the user on the channel, you just change your name, and then you're not that that username isn't blocked anymore. So I wonder how it goes by like if it has to go with. Bro, I have unlimited accounts. Yeah, but how do you keep like do you keep signing in? Like do you have a I don't get it. Like cuz on the top right section you could change accounts, switch accounts or whatever. You really have like 50 million different accounts that you just like well like what if you get banned with every single one of them? That's weird. I mean, it's not weird, but it's like I don't know. But why are you coming in here and then just talking about Vision, you know? I'm not Vision. Well, I don't know what you want me to do, but like are you like this guy has to be bored. He has to be bored cuz uh there's like no point. Like I would have thought like I would get a troll, but then they would talk about me, but not come in here and talk about someone else. But um, let's see, Toshi and Pangu, and then I'm sorry guys. Let me know if I missed any coins, but um, we're just gonna let it go for now, and yeah, we'll just let it go for now. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to like to ban, but like he's not saying anything like crazy, right? Like it's just he's not. It's like saying like anything racist or like attack on anyone. It's just the stuff he says. It just doesn't make sense, because I feel like you don't like him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but that's totally fine. It's totally fine. We'll keep looking at everyone's coins, and we'll just take it from there. We'll just take it from here. But okay, so for Pengu, yeah, just be careful with Pengu because obviously we had a really big move up, right? So we did get stuck at the 382 at 1 cent 30. So if you did buy the bottom, congratulations, because even if you sold at the 382, you made a 2x on your money, which is very good. And then you might have missed out on 290%, but 200%, 212% is also very good. So Penguin needs to get over 1 cent 13. Once that breaks, 2 cents 28 would be in play. That would be the next major area of resistance. On the way down, it needs to stay over 207. Otherwise, we are going to be macro bearish, I think. Yeah, so we have support at 1 cent and 208. So worst case scenario, again, 208 is support, but we still need to stay over 2073. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Silver days. I think he wants to be a moderator. So I already have a moderator, but for he's not here right now, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should change moderators. But let me think about that, because I would definitely have to change moderators. And then yeah, you're definitely first in line for that, because you are also always here. So Digibyte, Jasmine, Virtuals, and Brett. Okay, so Brett. Yeah, so for Brett, very simple. Our chart hasn't changed, right? We said this was resistance, so it's basically stuck in resistance right now. Over under 4 cents 40, it's bearish. Bullish over 6 cents. You could see we got rejected at this level, got smacked back down, and yeah, I mean, it needs to stay over 4 cents 40, otherwise we are going to come back down. And then if the previous low doesn't hold, we are going to be making a lower low. But if we do break 6 cents, 10 cents would be in play. So nothing has happened with Brett. And then your other one was Virtuals. Or what is it? Virtuals and Brett. Yeah, so Virtuals. Yeah, so again, nothing has really happened with Virtuals. It's still, I think it's still under the 618, right? Yeah, so it's like right under the 618 at $1.97. So that is still the target on the upside. And then in terms of support in areas it absolutely needs to stay over, it would be $1.06 to $1.32. So nothing has changed from the last time that we looked at Virtuals. Unfortunately, it just needs to stay here. Well, once it does break out, then the next target is $2.99, followed by previous high. And then obviously Moonboy targets $24. Jasmine. Oh, you sent a super chat too. Let's go. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Appreciate your non-BS content. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. That's what I'm hoping for, you know. Non-BS content. Just straight to the point. Very simple analysis, you know. Okay, so for Jasmine, we never use this wick because obviously you already know they diluted the market. So for the most part, I mean, that's, you know, that is Moonboy target, but the chart is also respecting this previous high. So as of right now, it is bearish. Sorry, it's not bullish until we break 1 cent 17, okay, on the macro time frame. Once that breaks, 5 cents 30 would be in play, followed by around 11 cents, 12 cents. In terms of support, I think we actually ended up holding support. Yeah, so we came down, bounced from 2087. So this was support. The 618 was support. So, you know, if you bought here, congratulations. But on the shorter time frame, yeah, you can see on the shorter time frame, from this high to the low, we are consolidating in resistance right now, and the 382 matches perfectly and aligns perfectly with the macro 382. So right now, again, 17 is very strong resistance. It does need to get over. And once that breaks, again, 5 cents is in play, followed by 12. And you're making higher highs across the board, and you're still making higher lows. So you are in this upward channel. So it's definitely a good sign. You're not, you know, just making lower lows and going to zero like some coins are doing. You're actually maintaining structure. But at any point, if we do fall below 1 cent 30, then I'd say bigger move coming, and 2087 would need to hold at that time. Otherwise, you're going to be validating a smaller downtrend that's forming right now that we can't see right now, but we'll be able to know in the future if that does happen. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And for Jasmine, yeah, it's around 250% to around a 7x. Those are the targets as of right now. And for Jasmine, for 7x, let's see. Wait, where is that? Yeah, for Jasmine, a 7x is going to put the market cap around $5 billion. So, yeah, it would put the market cap at an all-time high. So it would be around 2x on the market cap. Because, again, they did release coins into the circulation supply. But that's pretty much it for Jasmine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the 5 beans. Hey, type something, Silver Days. You have been promoted. Silver Days for mod. Just don't go crazy. And start, like, removing... I guess, can you time people out? I don't know. Meow, what is the price range you think Bitcoin will fall into by the end of the month? How about the summertime? So yeah, my play with Bitcoin is... Oh wait, hold on. Someone asked for Digibyte. Let me do Digibyte first. Yeah, so Digibyte's still not under over... Digibyte's still not over, what is it, 1 cent 11, right? I think that's a macro 236. Yeah, so 1 cent 16. Sorry, 1 cent 16. So for Digibyte, bearish under 1 cent 16, bullish over around 2 cents, which we came up to twice, got rejected both times. And then in terms of support, I would say 2087 and then 2067. Otherwise, we are going to go back down and make a lower low. And that's pretty much it for Digibyte, not financial advice, just my opinion. And then for Bitcoin, yeah, so for Bitcoin, let's see. I mean, like I said, my play is as long as it stays over the 236382, I don't think it's over. So as long as it stays over 52,000, because again, it could go down. Bitcoin dominance could go down, but that's when we'll get alt season. But I think that if we do break below 52K, it is over, and we just didn't get the coins that we just weren't in the right coins for alt season, unfortunately. And then I'd be a Bitcoin buyer at around $23,000 to $32,000. What's the price range? Do I think it'll fall into at the end of this month? I hope that as long as we get over, so we're over the 618 right now. Yeah, you can see we're actually over the 618. So as long as we stay over 94.4, I'd say 100,000 and then 109. Sorry, 100,000 and then 140 is still in play. But if we do break down to the downside and both of those targets that I said, no longer in play. So that's what I think about Bitcoin. Aquarius all day, good evening. Would you mind looking at Toshi, Degen, or PNG? Yeah, we could take a look at those. Looked at Digibyte. I have a strong conviction for Jasmine. I mean, you guys have such a big community, but also, I mean, Jasmine has a huge community, and also you guys have a lot of holders, right? 92,000 holders. That's not bad. Yeah, almost 100,000 holders. So you guys have a really big community. Over 238,000 people on the watch list. You're welcome, Silver Days. Welcome as a mod. Please don't abuse it. Free lightning for 2. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, can you check what? SUI Jack? What is that? Oh, this is straight up gamble coin. Yeah, so this is and free lightning. Thank you so much for the 2. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. So for Sujak, yeah, I mean, this is a gamble play. You already know. Very small market cap, unlocked liquidity. Very, very, very gamble. So be careful with this. Bearish under 4038, bullish over 407. It is around a 20x back up to its all-time high. So yeah, I mean, it is a gamble. It's a 20x play. And then it's around over a 400x back up to or up to the next target, which is 170 once the previous high breaks. Not financial advice, just my opinion. So yeah, Pangolin unfortunately needs to stay over the macro 382, which is like 11 cents, right? Yeah, so Pangolin is still over 11 cents, right? Yeah, so we're still over 11 cents, which is good. It needs to, yeah, on the shorter time frame, we have resistance at 14 to 18 cents. So around this area. Once that breaks, it should send us back up to 26, 27 cents. And then from there, we can start looking at the macro time frame. But on the downside, 11 cents needs to hold. And that does also coincide closely with the 0.5. So 9, I would say, not like 10, 11 cents needs to hold with a breakdown. Otherwise, we are going to get a bigger capitulation down. That's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then DGen. Yeah, so nothing's happening with DGen actually. Yeah, we're still holding support at 2018. If that breaks, we're cooked. Going back down to the lows. On the shorter time frame, bearish under 2037, bullish over 2057, and then 1 cent 16 would be in play. And I mean, keep in mind, DGen is over a 20x back up to its all-time high, so it would be a really big move up. But that's pretty much it for DGen. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion. And then Toshi. Oops. Yeah, so for Toshi, we're still maintaining structure and making higher highs and higher lows across the board. From the high to the low, we're at the 236 right now. It needs to stay over 3035. Otherwise, we are going to get a bigger move down. I'd probably put Toshi at around 27 to 24. That would need to hold. If it doesn't, then it's going to break this structure, and you're going to probably come back down and make a lower low and then validate a downtrend that's forming. Now on the upside, as long as we stay over 35, then 3049 would be in play. And once we break that, it would be 3008 and then previous high. So as of right now, that is going to be around a 37 to 138% pump from the current price. Not financial advice, just my opinion. TCU in the house. What's up, meow? Here listening and support. Thank you so much for the support, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Everyone hit the like button. Yes. Gotta stay relevant in the algo. Let's see. Da Vinci doesn't think we'll have an alt season. I don't agree with him fully, though. He could be right, but I do have some belief. Yeah, so here's the problem. here's the problem right now. Ethereum dominance has never been. This is why all of our ETH coins are basically in the slums, right? We made a all-time low on the Ethereum Bitcoin dominance. So on the Ethereum dominance, we made an all-time low in April. Yeah, on April 23rd. This is not good at all. So we need this to break. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah. Wow, super unprofessional, but it's okay. Super unprofessional, but it's okay. Have to do what you got to do. So, yeah, so we're just waiting for the Ethereum dominance to go up, and then if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's just been creeping up. So it's doing the exact same opposite. It's just making higher highs across the board. So this is why, in my opinion, we haven't gotten alt season. And if we don't, that means that Ethereum. If we don't, then that means that Ethereum is basically going to zero. Like something's wrong with Ethereum, which I don't think is possible, which is why I think we're gonna get alt season. LAI. Oh, dogging me, I forgot that. And then we'll do LAI. Wait, do I have a chart here? Yeah, we do. Yeah, so for Dog AI, nothing has happened. Nothing's changed with Dog AI. We did get stuck at resistance here at 53 to 67. Once that breaks, should send us back up to almost 201. And then from there, previous high, and then 2046 would be in play for Dog and Me. On the downside, it just needs to stay over 3037. If it doesn't, we're probably going to get a bigger move back down to 3024. And that's pretty much it for Dog and Me. It is around almost a 300%, back up to its all-time high, and then to the first target, it would be around a 9x, putting the market cap at around $270 million, which isn't too crazy. GFI. Also follow Crypto Analysis on X. Oh, thank you so much for that. Damn, we got the Silver Days mod promoting the freaking X and promoting the channel. Let's go. Like the perks, the membership perks. That's awesome. Thank you. Man, the other mod is fired, man. The other mod is gonna have their little their cog taken away. Their wrench taken away. Tomorrow they will announce the biggest partnership integration yet. They said it on X. Let's see. Goldfinch. Yeah, so for Goldfinch, I mean, we came back down and we retested the 786 at 55 cents. So that is still valid support as of right now. And then you could see that previous support, 92 cents, flipped resistance, is being retested, but it is being retested as resistance, which is typically what happens, right? So from the high to the low, again, we are stuck in resistance right now. But the good thing is we're still over the 236. So as long as we're over 82 cents, $1.22 is in play. Once that breaks, it should send us back up to 228. And then from there to the moon, or we're going to get sent back down to the shadow realm. That's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Let's do Layer AI, which I think this is the right coin. Oh yeah, this is kind of a gamble play. I mean, it is all the way back down to the low. Very small market cap. So just be careful with this coin. As always, just do your own research and be careful. And yeah, so for this coin, unfortunately, bearish under 2033, bullish over 206. So nothing's happening with this coin until we break this box. We can come back up kind of like what we did here, where we actually had a giant spike up, get stuck at the 32, get sent back down to the shadow realm, make a lower low. Okay, so same thing can happen here. Doesn't necessarily have to, but it can, so just don't get trapped. That's pretty much it. It's not financial advice, just my opinion. TCU asking for me? What? I'm honored. Your thoughts on Elon? Think new high is in play? That's a good question. Man, it's very, you know, I don't know, because if I see Dojo on Mars at like the 618, am I really not going to sell? You know, am I really not going to pocket 70K? Because I think it's 607, right? But I don't know. I mean, it's super hard. It's super hard. And I got lucky because I had a sell order here at the 0.5. And that's the only reason why I sold a portion, right? So, yeah, for Dogelon to the 618, yeah, it's 77. So, I mean, as far as highs go, you know, we have a target here at 402, which is my target. Like, that's where I think it's headed. But, you know, it wouldn't be bad to, yeah, that's like around 150x. So, and then back to the 618 though, is like around a 5x, you know. So, from the current price. So, do I think it's going to hit the all-time high? That's a very good question. I hope it does. I really hope it does. But again, we're just going to have to feel for it when we get to that point. Carlos, last coin for me, Sonic on SUI. And TCU, I'm probably like, I'll leave some Dojo on Mars in, just like I'm going to leave some OXT in. I'm not going to sell everything, because just in case this is the coin and this is the time that it does that, well, you know, what's 5 billion right now, where it could be $10,000, whereas right now it's what is it, like $500, $400? No, it'll be more than 10K. Hold on, 500. So let's just say I have 500, and let's just say it's at 1. So that's 5 billion. What's 100x? So 500, 5,000. Yeah, 50,000. Sorry, yeah, it'll be 50. It'll be like 75,000. So I won't be mad. Flip coins for 10. Thank you so much for the 10 beans. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Let me know what other coins you need me to look at. So we looked at Turbo, Billy's, CKB. I'll take a look at SNEC and, sorry, we didn't look at CKB. Billy and USCAR. SNEC and CKB. We'll take a look at those two. And then let me know what else you need me to look at. Travis Holmes for 2. Shapeshift Fox. Did you look at Shapeshift Fox? No, I didn't, but we'll take a look at it right now. It had a nice move up, but then I saw it on Coinbase because I got notified because it's on the watch list. But it came all the way back down, unfortunately. So for Shapeshift Fox, we are still stuck in resistance, okay? So from the macro high to the low, bearish under 4 cents 60, bullish over 8 cents 60. 8 cents 64, which we're not even close to. On the shorter time frame, yeah, it's bearish under 2 cents 80, bullish over 3 cents 60. Once this breaks, it should send us back up to 5 cents 60. And then from that target, we could start looking at on the macro time frame. But if this 236 doesn't hold at 28, so 2 cents 80, just keep in mind we don't have any more support. We have 0 support, and we're gonna probably come back down to 1 cent 70. So we do need to see a continuation and a break through this box, and then that should send us to 5 cents 60, which as of today is going to be around 100% pump. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Okay, we got to look at the, we have to look at the, not membership, well, membership, but also Super Chat coins. So with Travis Holmes, there's Shapeshift Fox, and then SNEC and CKB for flip coins. And I really appreciate the super chat. That is awesome. Hopefully it's still... I don't think they're doing anything, right? Yeah, no, they're not doing anything. So for Snack, yeah, we're still in resistance. I guess that's still a good sign because we're over 28. But for Snack, we need to stay over 28. Otherwise, we're just going to be validating this downtrend, right? Making lower lows and lower highs. As long as we consolidate and stay over 2028, then you are going to get that continuation, kind of like Turbo did, right? So if you have, since I know you have the two, you can kind of compare Snack with Turbo, and then you could say, oh, okay, so like this got stuck at the 382, whereas Turbo actually had to move up to the 618. So this might just be delayed, and we might be waiting for that move up to the 52. But just keep in mind that's also another area of resistance. Okay, so it could still come back down once we hit that, and then once we break that, I mean, Snack to the moon. We have a target here at 2 cents 40 once the previous high breaks. But that's pretty much it for Snack, and then Nervous Network, CKB. Let's see. Yeah, same with Nervous Network. So on the shorter time frame, yeah, this one we got rejected at 205, and then we're coming back down. So as of right now, these targets are valid. It needs to get over 2051 and 2067. Once that breaks, it should send us back up to 1 penny. And then from there, as long as we break out, you're not validating this downtrend, okay? Because there is still a downtrend forming. So, so if we do come up, get stuck here, come back down, then you're making lower highs across the board. But I do think we have support here. Yeah, we have support here at 2037 still. So when any big move down, that needs to hold. Otherwise, if not, then we are going to get a bigger move back down, closer to the lows. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you so much for the 10. Sonic Sniper Bot. Is that a gamble coin? Sonic. I'm assuming it's this Sonic Sniper Ball. Okay, so this is a gamble play. It is around 16x back up to its all-time high. We did come back up, get stuck at the 236. Bearish under 40 cents. We're going to come back down. If the low doesn't hold, we're going to be making lower lows. 64 cents on the upside. Once that break, should send us back up to $1.35. And then from there, you're looking at a 16x back up to its all-time high. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then you said Casper, like Caspa. Yeah, too expensive for me, but Caspa's a good play. Yeah, so for Caspa, yeah, we actually broke the 382 right now. So as long as we stay over 9 cents, 12 cents and a half is in play. And then once that breaks, I'd say 21 cents and then up to 50 cents for Caspa. But it does need to stay over 9 cents. Otherwise, we are going to come back down, and 7 cents 35 would need to hold at that point. Otherwise, we're going to be bearish. Yeah, how many X's will it be from here if Elon gets back to its all-time high? Let's see. It's around a 20x back up to its all-time high, which again, like, am I really gonna turn down 200 grand? Yeah, like if I see my account at $200,000 or whatever it's gonna be, am I really going, or whatever? Yeah, $222,000. Am I really gonna not sell? Probably. I mean, it's gonna be scary not selling at 100,000 anyway. But that's why we have these retracement points, because at least we could, we could sell on the way up, and we could take profits on the way up. So I'd say 618, 786 previous high, and then Moonboy target. where it's like, oh, I'll leave 5 billion, 10 billion, and then that's itself going to be $220,000 if it does go up that high. Look at Vara, Bird, Kairu. Yeah. Good luck with Vara. Again, they are releasing coins. Not, it's not. I'm not a fan of it. That doesn't mean that it can't go up. So, it means it can go up, but just be careful with it. It might be like a 5-year rug pull, like what they did with OXT and me. But I'm stubborn. I refuse to sell. But also, I do think that they are actually working on it. But if they're not doing what they're saying they're doing, then I'm actually really screwed. Yeah. So for Vara, bearish under 1 cent 20, bullish over 2 cents 30. Once that breaks 6 cents 50, would be in play. I mean, this thing is it's a 50x at this point, back up to its all-time high. But you can see that they are releasing coins into the circulation. So you can see that the market cap is 18 million, whereas it was 18 million in July of 2024, and the price was 3 cents as opposed to under a penny. So yeah, again, just be careful. Also, if you click this feature token unlocks, you can see that they're releasing coins until 2027. So the investor side, they're stopping releasing funds after September of 2025. So in I guess 5 months, no, 4 months. Yeah. In 4 months, the investor side is going to go away, which again is $14 million that's being unlocked, like value wise. But the founders, I guess that's misspelled. Founders and team, you could see that they keep getting a portion unlocked and distributed to them. So just be careful. Always check this out. You don't want to necessarily, you don't want to be in I wouldn't want to be in a coin that has a 18 million market cap and the fully diluted is like 4 times more than the normal market cap. Because that just means that it's inflationary. When they do release the coins, it brings the value of my coins down. Let's see, Rune. Thorchain. Yeah, this is not doing anything. So for Thorchain, I mean, yeah, so like Thorchain, for example, hey, free lightning, this is perfect example, right? Imagine if Dojo on Mars goes back up to the 786 retracement, so like 5 zeros 13 and nobody takes profits and it just comes all the way back down. That would be terrible. That would be the worst feeling ever. You see kind of like what Thorchain did. It had a 786 retracement and then it gave it all back, which means that if you've been buying Thorchain, you're actually negative right now. You would have had to bought the all-time lows to have to be breaking even right now, which again is very, very, very unfortunate in crypto. Man, I don't know why I'm like super congested. Not good. But that's pretty much it for Thorchain, not financial advice, just my opinion. And let me know what other coins you need me to look at, or you guys can just look at my cats. Oh no, it broke. I accidentally broke one of my cat's food bowls, so that's not good. Carlos is gambling, I see. Snapper, Sonic Snapper. I don't see this one. On SUI, I don't see this one. Sonic Snapper bots. No, I don't see this one. It's on Sonic's. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I agree. We've seen coins like that plenty of times, unfortunately. Yeah. Travis Holmes, VeChain. Like and subscribe. Let's go. Best moderator in town. Thank you so much for that. Help me get to 10K, right? My goal is, I have a goal for myself. It's 10K by the end of this year, and then 20K by the end of 2026, and then 40K by the end of 2027. That would be pretty sick. Let's see. You said you wanted VeChain. Yeah, unfortunately, this is also all the way back down to the lows. So it's just unfortunate because, yeah, if, like, say for somebody that's never been in crypto, and say someone that's been here since 2018, like, or like let's just say 2020, you bought in 2020, you actually held it, you're still broken even. You haven't even made any money, and it's been 5 years. So for VeChain, it's bearish under 2 cents 72, bullish over 4 cents 20. Once that breaks, you're attempting to come back up to the 618 at 8 cents 60. But again, we can't still come back up here and get rejected and sent back down. And as of right now, it is bearish. You can see we just got stuck at the 786 at 2 cents 72. On the shorter time frame, yeah, we have support at 1 cent 92 still. And then in terms of resistance, yeah, we're actually under 5 cents 20. So, or sorry, 2 cents 52. So right now this is resistance, and then 4 cents 60. This is on the shorter time frame, are in play, but it does seem to get over 2 cents 52, which it's stuck at right now. I mean, technically it's a little bit under it, but we can actually get a candle close over it. Sonic on SUI. And then I already did Sonic Snipebot. I already did that one for you. Carlos, we already looked at that one. And then you said you wanted... Oh my god, my cat's like licking my hand, and I can't move it away now. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. It's okay. It's okay, thank you. It's okay. All right. So let's see. You said you want Sonic. Sonic on SUI. Sonic on SUI. Yeah, we just checked this one. We said bearish under 40, bullish over 64, $1.35, and then previous high would be next, and it's around a 16x, back up to its all-time high. Oh, Free Lightning, you want to be a mod? You're always in here, so... Free Lightning, you are literally always in here, so I could definitely make you a mod if you want. I will switch out my mods because the other person that used to be mod, he's just not here anymore. Or he doesn't really come in every single one, but Free Lightning, you are one of the people that also comes all the time. So so I will definitely make you a mod if you want. If you want it. No pressure, nothing like that. It's just if you want the blue check mark or not. It's completely up to you. Auction bounce if you could. Yeah, I could take a look at it for you. I hope you didn't get stuck. I hope you didn't get trapped in that. In this giant spike at $51. What's up with Pepe? I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's going down. Wow, it is going down. What is going on with that? Yeah, Silver Days. Free Lightning is one of the, again, it has to be people that are here all the time in Free Lightning. I appreciate y'all. That's cool. I'm in here all the time. I just can't promise I'll be here every stream. Yeah, no worries. You don't have to promise. You don't have to be here every stream. You're here most streams, and no pressure at all too. So if you don't, if you don't want to be a mod, that's totally fine. But if you do, let me know, and I will go ahead and do that for you. And I do appreciate that. And no pressure whatsoever. Let's see. So Pepe bounce. So let's take a look at Pepe, and then let's take a look at bounce. Yeah. So for Pepe. Yeah, so we're still over the 236 at 78. So as long as it stays over that, 99 is in play, and then 4014 would be in play for a 618 retracement. If we break below, this previous low needs to hold. Otherwise, you are going to be making a lower low and then validating a downtrend. Okay, so it does need to stay. And that's pretty much it for Pepe. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Congratulations! Free Lightning is now a mod. Alright, let's see. Auction. What did he say? He said he entered in at... I entered at 1330 on auction, just seeing how it was doing is all. Let's see. That's not a bad entry price, because, I mean, you bought it at the lows, right? Relatively speaking, and look, like you didn't buy at the high. You actually bought when the RSI was probably oversold, or it wasn't oversold, but yeah, we did come back down here, and the stock RSI was floored. So yeah, you didn't buy at a bad time. So congrats on that. For auction, yeah, from the low to the high. As long as it stays over $10.62, it's still, that is the next area of support. It is still, well, I would say it would be bullish over $21, but I guess right now, as it needs to stay over 10.62 to prevent a bigger capitulation down. The next area of support would be 640, and then in terms of resistance, we need to consolidate over this previous low. As long as we could stay over 1078. You're getting consolidation, and then 16.28 would be in play, and $21 would be in play. And then once that breaks, I'd say the next area would be $33, the next area of resistance. And yeah, not financial advice, just my opinion, and thank you. Pepe has been hovering around those amounts all day. Mods in the house, gonna have to add a second one. Yeah. Silver Days is modding for both of us. So when it does turn bullish, and we're gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna be live streaming at the same time, because again, I work, so I'm usually watching your live streams, and you were just live streaming for like 2 hours. But like on Mondays through Fridays, like I would be live streaming at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I think it's always going to be way later than yours. So I don't think it's ever going to be any problems. Maybe on the weekends though, but like also on the weekends, I wake up really early. So like, for example, this Saturday and Sunday, I streamed at like 8 a.m. my time. So I guess, yeah, that could be conflicting, but I mean, I'm sure we'll be fine. There are tons of people in the world. I'm sure. This is a cat meowing out there. Hold on, give me a second. There's a cat meowing out here. Hey, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Yeah, I used to have one mod, but they never stopped, or they stopped showing up, which is totally fine. But I just need to edit them out. I need to change my mods, and now I have silver days, and I guess some people, like, rarely anybody trolling anyway. I'm not that big, but there was someone in here trolling Vision, which again, I don't know why they would come in here. They weren't saying anything like really bad too. They were just, I think they were just bored and they were just like typing stuff. But like I personally, I wouldn't. That's not a bannable offense for me. But if it does get annoying, then maybe. But you guys can just determine that for yourselves. You guys can understand that. Crypto analysis, silver days. You guys are awesome. This community is awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for also being a mod, and a member. And thank you so much for the membership and the super chat earlier. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thanks, brother. I hope auction gets to 1798 at 179 area by June. I hope so for you too. That's why it's good to have. Yeah, but I mean, I figured I've never really had more than 40 people. I think my most concurrent viewers at one time was when we were going parabolic, and it was 44 people. I had 44 people in the chat at once, and that happened like maybe for a week, and then it died back down. So it then came back down to like 10 to 25 people, you know. In and out, in and out. Dojo on Mars, I'm ready for Mars. Yeah, I mean I've been ready for Mars like twice now, but yeah, both times or all three times, Polynex hack, whatever happened, and then I don't know what the hell that was, but we came all the way back down to the lows. So yeah, right now nothing's bullish with Dojo on Mars until we break this box and until we get over 22. Very simple. That's why I don't even want to look at it, because out of sight, out of mind, I don't have to worry about it. But don't get me wrong, once we break this, I'm gonna be super excited. So I'm gonna be really happy for Dojo on Mars. Dojo on Mars. Yeah, and it's crazy because Dojo on Mars, it's ranked 435 on CoinMarketCap, and my other coin is ranked 444. So they're both in the 400s, so I'm very curious like what's going to happen. And yeah, I'm really curious what's going to happen. We'll see. Oh my god, are we going down? Why is OXC at 6 cents 50? What the hell? It was just at 7 cents. Wow, what the wait, are we bearish? Strong communities are important. We all have to help each other read, think, and grow. Rich Napoleon Hill talks about this. Yeah, I think we're all in this together. I think it's really important that we're all trying to make it. I just have a camera and a mic, but I guarantee you that everyone in here watching me, for the most part, at least I'm hoping everyone in here watching me is trying to get rich with the coins that they're in. And we all have our own coins. You guys know I have OXC and Dojo on Mars. So again, we're all, it's just kind of the luck of the draw, right? One day, tomorrow, XCN could be at $1. So all the people in the chat that have XCN, congratulations, you made it. Or like, what's another coin? Bounce token. Or Vara can hit $1, and the guy who asked for Vara or VeChain can be rich, So we're just waiting our time, and we just hope that the coins that we invested in are good ones and aren't going to zero and getting delisted. So far, I've dodged a bullet, but it is concerning for me with OXT because the price action sucks, right? The price, like this coin's been out for going on 6 years now. You know, December 2019 it came out. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. We're going on 6 years. So OXT's been out for 6 years and the price is down 81%. Like, it's just not a good feeling. That's why I always think, like, I'm like, hey, I hope this coin doesn't get delisted on Coinbase. Because if it does, then that's it, right? I'm going to zero. Yeah, most I've had was just over 200. Keep grinding. Yeah, that's really good. 200 people? That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. Like, I want to get a consistent, like, 100 to 200 people consistently, and then when we're bullish, hopefully it'll be, it'll be 500 to 1,000 people. That would be absolutely sick if I can get that to happen. But that's my long-term goal, is definitely to have 1 to 200 consistent concurrent viewers in the chat. And then from there, again, when we're going to the moon, when we're all making money and everyone's super excited, 500 to 1,000, or maybe more, hopefully more. Let's take a look at WorldCoin. But yeah, 200, that's really good. The most we've had is 200. That's really good, man. Again, I've only had 44, so that's crazy. I can only imagine, like, you having to read the chat, At that point, you kind of have to prioritize super chats and members, I'm assuming, because everyone's going to be asking for their coins. And it's like, hey, like, you didn't look at my coin and I sent you like $5, $10 and stuff. So I could only imagine having to juggle that when you have 200 people in the chat. Luckily and unluckily, I haven't had to worry about that. Let's see. Yeah, so for WorldCoin's another one that's releasing coins into the circulation. From the high to the low, you can see we came up to the 236, got rejected at $1.17. So as of right now, bearish under $1.17, bullish over $1.83. And then in terms of support, I would say, on the shorter time frame, next area of support would be 76 cents for 76 cents for WorldCoin. It doesn't necessarily have to come back that low, but if we do get a bigger move down, 76, 77 cents is the next key level of resistance. Keep in mind, we are in this downtrend for WorldCoin, so we can still even come back up to the 382 retracement and then get sent back down and make a lower low and then validate this downtrend. So just be careful with that. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Very unprofessional. Give me a second. I dropped something here earlier, and I don't want my cats to eat it. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna make it a sweeping channel. No, I noticed my cat was eating, but I broke something there. Not glass, but one of their bowls, and I didn't want her to eat like the broken pieces, just in case there were any, so I just swept it really quick. All right, Libra Finance, you're welcome. What, are you telling me to buy Libra Finance? I love when people say that. Hey, OXT, you're welcome. What is this, 419? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a gamble play. Good luck. Can't really look at it right now. Can I? I guess. Hopefully we bottomed, but we did have a 382 retracement, and now we're just consolidating in resistance. So going to 0 under 4 cents 50, and then bull run over 10 cents for Libra Finance. Again, very gamble play, 4 million market cap, so just be careful. The sandbox. Yeah, nothing's bullish with the sandbox. Unfortunately, it's been consolidating for like 2 years now. It's bearish under 49 cents, bullish over 85 cents. You can see we actually came up, got rejected at 32, came back down into bearish territory. 20 cents needs to hold. If it doesn't, we're probably going to get a bigger move down and break that previous low. And yeah, there is no more support. Let's check here. Yeah, so the next support would be around 10 cents for Sandbox. Yeah, so it needs to get over this box. Otherwise, we are going to come back down to the lows. And if not, break the low. Yes, back in the day, streams were 46 hours. Appreciate you, my man. I'm out. Everyone hit the like button. Yeah, 46 hours? Yeah, man, you're a beast. I can't do that. But there's barely, I mean, I'm going to probably call it in the next like 5-10 minutes right now. So, 4 or 6 hours, that's a long time. There's no way I can do that on the weekdays. But yeah, no, I'll be there. Hey, man, everyone go check out the TCU too. He has a channel. He does TA. He does it a little bit earlier than me. His live streams are earlier than mine, so you guys can definitely go check him out. And then when he's done, come check me out. Keep the show going. Keep the streams rolling. Can you check S? You mean Sneck? 4 to 6 hours. Oh my gosh. Can you check at S? Do you mean Snack? Let me see. S. Oh, Sonic. I'm assuming he means Sonic. Yeah, so this doesn't have a full chart, so I need to check Phantom, right? Oh, it doesn't have a chart anymore. Damn. Hold on, let me see something. No. Yeah, I could check S for you. So, like, there's really nothing I could work with here because, again, they kind of relaunched it. So, I guess we could say... Yeah, we could say we're consolidating in resistance right now. We've been getting stuck at the 382 1, 2, 3 times. So, so bullish over 54 cents, bearish under 47 cents. Once that breaks, 68 cents would be in play. So it does need to break this box. And then 68 cents. And then keep in mind it is around a 94% back up to its all-time high. And then Moonboy target as of right now is going to be around a 250%. It is a really big market cap, so just keep that in mind. I mean, 2x is going to put the market cap around $5 billion. So, yeah. So just FYI. But that's pretty much it for Phantom or S. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Update on Near. Yeah. Near protocol. I remember Near. It's on Coinbase. Right? Yeah. Yeah, taking a look at Near. Yeah, Near is not doing that bad. Again, like, a lot of coins are down here, about to break their lows. Like Dogecoin, like Dogecoin Mars and like OXT and a lot of other coins. But yeah, we're over 214, so that's still valid support. And then on the shorter time frame for near, we need to break 257 and 320. Should send us back up to 457, and then from there back up to its high. Its local high here, not its all-time high. But once we break 457, then we can start looking at it on the macro time frame. And on the downside, again, 214 needs to hold. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and good luck. The crypto undead. Yeah, that is his channel. With that being said, I mean, is there any other... We'll take a couple more coin requests, and I think we'll call it. We've been live for about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. So we'll take a couple more coin requests, and then we'll call it there. Just remember, we will be live every day this month at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Mondays through Fridays, and then on Saturdays and Sundays, it'll be in the morning around 7 to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Those on weekend streams are going to be a little bit longer. I want to make them between 2 and 4 hours long. So definitely come and hang out with us. And in the meantime, we'll take a couple more coin requests, and then we'll call it a day, and we'll call it a night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, let's take a look at Aurora. Yeah, so Aurora is actually staying over its 786 at 8 cents 30. If that doesn't hold, we're probably going to get a bigger capitulation down. If this previous low doesn't hold, we're going to be making a lower low, and the next area would have to be this 4 cents 80. Now, on the macro time frame for Aurora, it is bearish under 21 cents. Bullish over 57 cents should send us to 275. Obviously, this is kind of it's around a 50x back up to its all-time high. So it is kind of a gamble play. Most likely they did dilute the market, but just be careful with it. And then on the shorter time frame, we have resistance here at 9 cents to 12 cents. Once that breaks, 18 cents would be in play. And then from there, we'll take a look at it on the macro time frame. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And yeah, they did release coins. You can see the price go down, and then you can see the market cap jump up. So they have released coins. So just be careful with it. At this point, it's not really that much of a discrepancy and difference between the market cap and fully diluted. But again, if you bought before anytime prior to today, or in their future token unlocks, you would probably be feeling the pain because they diluted the market. Flip coins heading out. Yeah, flip coins. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for the super chats. And yeah, I'll catch you in tomorrow's live stream. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. VVV. Yeah, taking a look at VVV. So Coinbase coin, I think, that released. Yeah, so we came down, had a 382 retracement. We're consolidating in resistance right now. So for VVV, bearish under 327, bullish over 477. Once that breaks, 878 would be in play, and then previous high. That is around a 120%, and then back up to its all-time high is around a 5x. I don't know if they're releasing coins, but I think they are. Yeah, they are releasing coins. You can see it here. You see this chart here. So just be careful. Again, it's not fully diluted. It does seem that only 27 million out of 70 million this is in circulation, so a little bit less than 50%. So just be careful with this coin. No financial advice, just my opinion. Can we checks checks? Is that a coin? I don't know if this is the coin you want me to look at. Oh, you deleted it, so yeah, probably just some random coin. So we already did Jasmine, STM. I don't even know how to say your name. No. Yeah, we already did your we already did Jasmine. So Um, no, that's a typo. Okay. Yeah, is there anything else you need me to look at before I go? I'm heading out as well. Thanks, Meow, for everything as always. Take care. Yeah, thank you so much, and welcome to Mods. And I appreciate you coming by. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next live stream or whenever you can make it. All right, we'll take a look at EOS. Yeah, so taking a look at EOS, I mean, not using that wick. Bearish under $1.06, bullish over $1.87, bull run, yeah, bull run over $5. But just keep in mind, I mean, we can still come back up to the 618 and get rejected. It is around a 6x. So what a perfect example of this would have been would be this last cycle. EOS never made an all-time high, but it did come up to the 786, made a lower high, and got smacked back down and made a lower low. So again, on this cycle for EOS, you're taking this as the high. Just keep in mind 677 is the 786 from the high to the low. It is the 786 from the local high to the low, and then on the macro time frame, it's the 618 from the high to the low. So I don't know if EOS is going to make an all-time high, but if it does, God bless. But as of right now, as long as it stays over this previous low, bearish under 92 cents on the shorter time frame, bullish over 156, 368 would be in play, and the next area of resistance will be that $5 to 677 mark, which is I think around a 5x, right? So the $5 would be, yeah, a 6.5, 650% pump to 800%. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Good luck with EOS, not financial advice. And with that being said, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate everyone, all the subscribers, all the members. I appreciate all the super chats. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes. This is all just satire, nothing more. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, have a great day. And thank you so much for coming by.